so that, worst case scenario, the whole system won't back up. Okay, let's aim for 500 solid fuel off each. As for lubricant, let's store up, say, 100,000 lubricant. Which is more than we would probably ever need, but never hurts. Alright, rocket fuel is coming off the list. It can go in at the end of the list. The other technologies are much more pressing. Alright, so oil is much improved now. What's production versus consumption? Let's check our stats. Fluids. We're producing about 13,000 oil a second, and we're consuming about 12,000. Alright, nice. It's a minute, not a second, sorry. So oil production is... it's on point. It's where it needs to be. It's going to drop. So as time goes on, the oil refineries lose efficiency. They never fully run out, quote unquote, in Factorio. Obviously, in real life, eventually the oil refineries will, like the oil deposits, become completely dry. But in Factorio, they never completely, totally run out. But, okay, that needs to go back. But, what am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? It becomes extremely slow, to the point where, like, it may as well not function anymore. Alright, we can fully keep the factory operational during the night, as of right now. Let's put down a couple more drills. Don't like that these are starting to run out. But what you can do is rocket fuel burnable? So it's 10 solid fuel. Solid fuel is actually a good, There's a consideration to actually completely rip up the coal and just fuel everything with solid fuel. It's worth considering. Of course, that's going to put more of a strain on the oil resources, which means I'll need to expand oil more rapidly. Like, I've got an expansion lined up. There's oil over there. And there's more oil over there. So it's not like... and that's a big oil patch over there. It's not like there's no oil anywhere around. It's just that I'm going to have to fight a lot of aliens to get to the oil. Yeah, red circuits are absolutely cooked right now. Okay. Well, on the plus side, concrete is doing awesome. So what you can do in this game is you can concrete over the ground. It makes you move faster, because I guess it's smoother terrain. But just this, like, dirt, it has a very small amount of pollution absorption, which concrete does not. So if you concrete the entire ground, you can expect to see pollution levels increase, like, a lot. Which is kind of bad. Okay, more stone. Rock and stone. To the bone. Yeah, we're really gonna have to expand. Expansion is inevitable. Iron is doing great. No question about that. Steel is doing pretty good. Not fantastic, but steel's doing pretty good. I mean, as of right now, steel's actually doing maybe even better than iron, if not as good as iron. Copper is starting to do a little better. Yeah, I always forget just how intense the red circuit is. It's actually insane how much materials this needs. How are these guys going? Pretty good. I filled out about half of the box. A bit less than half the box. We're about to finish mining productivity 2, which is going to be good for us. Why are these tagged for upgrade? Nah, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So all of our mines at 20% are now an extra 20%. An extra 10% productive. So basically what productivity does is it means, so we're at 20%. So basically for every 5 resources we mine, we get 1 for free. That's at 20% productivity. So I think the productivity tech has now just gone infinite, right? Productivity. Research productivity. Holy shit, that's like 1 of everything. Rocket part productivity. Asteroid productivity. Rocket fuel productivity. Oh my god. Processing unit productivity. Scrap, plastic, density structure, steel plate, mining? Oh well, mining is mining. We can make modules? Hold up. Quality. I didn't realize the modules came around so quickly. Yeah, mining productivity is now becoming an infinite tech, so we need production science packs which use... That is a disgusting tech. Rail, electric furnace, and productivity modules? Okay, what does this give us? Automation 3, Biolab. Advanced asteroid processing, braking force, effect transition, elevated rail. Inserter capacity bonus. Bulk inserter and stack inserter. So what does bulk inserter do? I guess it just puts in multiple products at once. I'm a little confused. Can filter items. Rotation speed is, I think, faster. No, the rotation speed's the same. Stack inserter. Yeah, there you go. The stack inserter, it says what it does. It holds 5 things at once. What does the bulk inserter do? It just says moves multiple at the same time. And it can filter items. Can you filter items? It can. Ah, it's +1. So it's 2. It's 2 items at once. Modding extra modules. There's some really cool modules. Bob's Mods has the quote-unquote the God module, which does everything. It increases speed, reduces pollution, increases productivity. If you get like a full stack of God modules, it just it basically just... I don't even know how to explain it. You can put it on, like, a single machine, and it'll just produce so fast. It's ridiculous. I think if you have a full stack of God modules, it's like for every product that you actually make 3 or something like that. It's a bit ridiculous. Military science is doing really well, actually. I'm really proud of military science. Accumulators. We can get accumulators. Do I want accumulators, though, is the question. And it's Discovery Fulgora. It's kind of crazy that we're actually, like, pretty close to Rocket. I'll queue up accumulators. They're easy to make, is the thing. Part of me wants to just rip down the entire factory and start again. You have a solar farm? I've got a pretty small solar farm. I really do need to expand it. But I do. But I'll need a lot of accumulators if I'm gonna make the most of it. I've kind of painted myself into a corner with my layout. Did I just research? Ah, gates, right. I used to have a full-on, like, template for, Okay, this works. I used to have a template for, it was a solar farm. Oh, I've done this wrong. We used to have a template for a solar farm. It was like a certain amount of accumulators and a certain amount of panels. It was a pretty reliable template. I've like completely lost my words. I've been fully absorbed in the source. This is where construction bots would come in really handy. Because you can just, create blueprints and they just drop it all down for you. I forgot. Without mods, you can't walk through solar panels. It's slightly off-center, but it's not really that deep. Okay, pop this. this one down. Alright, we're at the point now where we can almost fully run the base just off solar power, which is pretty good. That's pretty much... That's what your goal should be, to some extent. You don't want to have to rely on coal power, because coal is pretty polluting. I'm going to put down a few more solar panels. Yeah, basically the more solar panels you have, the better, because even if you don't have any accumulators, if you have enough solar panels, even when each individual panel starts to lose its effectiveness because the sun is going down, it can still keep the system running for a little while off the residue, if that makes sense. And if you do have accumulators, it means that the accumulators won't have to kick in as fast, because there's still a little bit of residue in the system. Yeah, I got an achievement. Research using military packs. Shit. Okay. There we go. You tend to have solar farms wherever there's a long track of empty space between your bases. Between bases is interesting, but it's a bit risky for my tastes. If you have turrets and stuff, it's fine, obviously, but... Yeah, so as we can see, even though the panels are losing their efficiency, it's still going to be a while before the steam engines have to kick in full speed. It's obviously not an amazing solar farm, but we've got over 500 solar panels, which is a pretty good effort. But the real tech that I want is tanks. Because if we can get tanks, we can start taking on the biters properly. Regrettably, it's our engine production. I never would have guessed that engine production would be what was keeping us down. I can make modular armor. Let's make modular armor. Here's my box. My scrap box. Here's my scrap box. This is where I put the equipment that I'm not using anymore. Okay, I'm now equipped with modular armor. So I could start sticking stuff in there, which could be fun. Alright, I need to increase engine production, because engines are holding us back big time. Unfortunately, I've painted myself into a bit of a corner here. It's okay. We'll make it work. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. I'm gonna go crazy with this because it seems like we need to go crazy with this. Whatever we've put down in terms of engine production has just not been enough at all. Not even close. So it seems pretty evident to me that, you know, drastic times call for drastic solutions and all that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're about to go absolutely bonkers with production here. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I need 5 more, so I'm going to need a bunch more in the plate. So I'm going to upgrade these to level 2 as well, because it'll increase their production. I mean, it probably is a good idea to increase engine production to these levels, because we're going to need electric engines later when we start using robots. So, probably for the best. I'm just going to use some small electric poles here, because why not? Here we go. I have no idea if the production's going to hold at these levels. It's certainly looking a lot healthier now. This is 14 electric engine unit productions. So 14 times 0.15 is what? It's less than this, because I'm making 3 of these a second. Even if I times it by 10, I could afford to make, I think, 20 electric engines off this level of production. Yeah. I could make 20... I could have 20 factories working on electric engines for this level of production. These 4 machines can supply 20 machines worth of this. That's just how slow engines get produced. So what do pumps do? I think pumps increase the liquid flow. Or they like make it that you can have longer networks. Or something like that. But I'm not really sure. Okay, what do I need for tanks? Steel, iron, engine units, okay. Steel, iron. Some red circuits. .32 engine units. Just grab a stack of engine units. This guy can get back to production. Alrighty. Cannon shells. So I often find it's not worth using the explosive cannon shells. But just the regular cannon shells are worth using. So I'm probably going to produce those. It's because the explosive cannon shells, they're good at taking out groups of them, but you can just use the bullets to take out big groups of them. Big groups of biters. Every time I look at this shit, I'm like painting myself completely into a corner here. I need so many materials. So I need to bring the explosives down. I could probably upgrade this whole, like, area. It probably would be worth it. Sounds like these when having robots would be really nice. Okay, what did I say it was? Steel, plastic, explosives. Okay, steel, plastic. Explosives. What's the ratio? Lots of steel and plastic, not many explosives, okay. Does it need a tier 1 or tier 2? I think I'll have two automators working on this. So 1, 2, 3. One chest in between. Alrighty, so we can now make tank shells. Once we have a decent supply of tank shells, and we have... Sorry for popping my elbows, by the way. Once we have a decent supply of tank shells, and... I've lost my words. Once we have a decent supply of tank shells, we can actually take on the biters. That's what I was looking for. So we just want cannon shells. I don't give a crap about explosive shells. Tell you what, just for collection's sake, I'll have one factory making explosive shells. Because why not? Literally just for the sake of saying I've got them. And you never know, maybe I'll change my mind later. Maybe the jury's still out on tank shells. Maybe the explosive shells are a lot better than I'm giving them credit for. It's a possibility. It's not a high possibility, but it is a possibility. Yeah, the big issue is that the explosive production is kind of bad. We make half an explosive a second. So we're making one explosive a second. And we're consuming... about a third of an explosive a second? That's not too bad, actually. That's actually not bad. So, we're actually overproducing. Slightly. Okay, so here you can see the problem, right? Petroleum gas is capped out. Which means these machines are not producing anything. Which means that because the heavy oil is being used at a higher rate than everything else, it's going to be used up first. So that there could be a situation where we're capped out on petroleum gas. Storage, the light oil is all full, but we don't have any heavy oil. But fortunately, we are producing stuff with everything. Holy crap! Did I really just solve the engine crisis? I did. I can't tell if I'm a genius or what. I actually solved the engine crisis, boys. Holy shit. Yeah, but now I need to make electric engines, which is gonna... That's a whole other can of worms. We should at least... I feel like I owe it to myself to at least start production of electric engines. We're going to need a lot more electric engines if that's what we're serious about doing. Okay, so what are electric engines made with? They're made with assembler 2s. Okay, let's get the lubricant on the move. I'll have it at that. So I do have my tank now. My tank is ready. Ah, the tank doesn't accept rocket fuel. Darn it. I mean, it does accept solid fuel. Oh man, I thought I could stick rocket fuel in the tank. That would have been really cool. The more I'm like walking around, the more I'm realizing like, damn, I'm really not prepared for anything in this game. I'm good at I wouldn't even call it setting up factories strictly. I'm good at jury-rigging factory setups. Like, if you need something produced, I can make it work. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be efficient, but it does work. When it comes to resource gathering, I'm kind of shit at that. Okay, I'm going to get 4 more engine units on the go. Okay. I need more poles. I just figure I may as well increase engine production slightly. Just slightly. I was about to say, did I end up researching accumulators? I was thinking, man, I'm an idiot. This whole time I haven't been making accumulators. Okay, you can definitely be upgraded. Because accumulators are very easy to make. Literally, all of the resources to make them are up there. You can't see it, it's just like slightly off the map, but the iron is right there and the batteries are right there. It's very easy to make accumulators. They're very, very cheap to produce. I've screwed up somehow, I've screwed up somehow, I've screwed up somehow. Why is there steel on? Oh. It's not that bad. I thought I'd made a huge mistake, but it's actually not that bad. How do I make gates? What do I need to make gates? Steel, electronic circuits, and walls. I mean, all the parts are here. Okay, definitely don't need a ton of gates. Surely. Start with 6. 2. No, it can't be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, electric engine unit. Um... Okay. I feel like I've barely gotten anything done in this stream. Like, I have done a lot. I can tell that I've done a lot, but it feels like I haven't done much. It's a weird feeling. Okay, electric engine units. It's weird. Electric engine units, I think, produce faster. No, they produce at the same speed as regular engine units. So I'm consuming 0.35 per second. Okay, I don't think I even need that many. I'll go for 3 stacks. Whew. Okay. Okay, rocket fuel is coming along nicely. I may as well just stick on a couple more technologies, right? Portable solar panel, why not? Portable battery, why not? Night vision. Night vision is definitely not necessary, I can tell you that. Belt immunity tech is also not really needed. It's a nice thing to consider. Yeah, robotics is going to be our next big project. Well, at least most of the labs are working on our current level of production. It could definitely be worse. Could also be better. One of my favorite things about Bob's mods is the adjustable inserters. You literally don't even need to make long arm inserters. You can make any inserter a long arm inserter. There we go. And you can make like 3x3 inserters. So instead of it being like, what would you call this? It's a 1x3. You can make it go like from like 3 tiles away to 3 tiles away. It's awesome. And if you do 90-degree inserters, which are super fast, it's great. It's great. I love Bob's mods. It's definitely a love-hate relationship with Bob's mods, because I really like Bob's mods, I enjoy playing it, but I also believe that it is a form of psychological torture. You know? Any person that could subject another human being to Bob's mods and Angel's Petrochem, the terrible duo, needs to be, like, considered and looked at. They're really fun mods, though, don't get me wrong. They make the game much more challenging. I learned some basic stuff about chemistry playing Bob's Mods and Angel's Petrochem. Not how anything actually works, but like just like the nature of like the formulas and shit like that. Even just naming conventions of like compounds, you know? So like, did you know that, you know, dimethylhydrazine is made up of methylene and hydrazine? It might sound really obvious, but for me, who knows nothing about science, I was actually like, huh, that's cool. I think if I was going to learn a scientific art, I'd probably want to learn chemistry, honestly. Biology doesn't interest me. I don't care. Physics is pretty cool, but I think chemistry is the most interesting, in my personal opinion. Okay, I can get rocket fuel started now. Alright. So it's 10 solid fuel and 10 light oil makes 1 rocket fuel. That's 15 seconds crafting time. 1 second crafting time, okay. So let's have a second chemical plant on solid fuel, and then we can have 3 machines on rocket fuel. Okay, it took me a while to find the chemical plant there. Yeah, chemistry's kind of awesome. And like I said, I say this is a non-science guy. I think chemistry's cool. Alright, so we're making rocket fuel now. I can't really use it for much, but we can produce it at least. So that's gonna hopefully limits the backing up of... You know what? Let's go crazy with it. Let's get jiggy with it, as Will Smith would say. We are going to need more chem plants. What's in it? It's producing 1 a second. Each one of these uses half a second. If I'm not mistaken, that means that it's actually not producing fast enough. Either way, production's going to be better now. Alrighty, so now we... Oh, yeah, this whole time I could have been making accumulators. I totally forgot about this. I need more arms. I feel like battery production could be a little better. I feel like batteries deserve better than this. We can at least afford 2 more, right? Surely. Very scuffed, but functional. So we're using 20 sulfur a second. We're producing 50 a second, so it's not a problem. I feel like I need to bus batteries down. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Sorry I've been really quiet this stream. I've been really focused on this. When I get into full Factorio focus mode, it's almost like I forget I'm even streaming or talking to people. Like, it's kind of crazy. I really do enjoy this game, but it makes me very tired to concentrate for this long. This belt, because this belt lets us go longer. Alright, batteries have now joined the bus. We need to extend this down because this is way too cramped right now. I have my robots, and they can dismantle walls for me. Extending the belts. I don't think you wouldn't typically bust batteries, I don't think, but I will just because I feel like it. Okay, so what do accumulators actually need? 5 batteries, 2 iron plates. Right. No problemo. I wanted to have 5 machines and accumulators. Okay, let's go with that. Alright, nice. Whew. Okay. So we want accumulators. Two, three, four, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And done. Okay. So accumulators are now being made too. Nice. I suspect battery production isn't good enough for what I'm asking of it, but it is what it is. Yeah, see, this is a bit of an issue. You can see petroleum gas is nearly full. Heavy oil is kind of running out. Some of the refineries aren't actually functioning. Like this refinery... This refinery isn't working because it's got too much petroleum gas in it. So I probably could increase plastics production. Would I even need to increase plastics production? Not really. The thing is, like, all the petroleum gas products are actually... They're coming out at the rate that I would expect. No faster, no slower. They're coming out the way they should be. How's rocket fuel looking? Rocket fuel is slow as shit. $30. Okay. Personal roboport. What does that require? Flying robot frame. Steel, battery, green circuit, electric engine. And then these guys need red circuits, and I think construction robots need green circuits, right? Yeah. I mean, everything's being produced. It would literally just be a matter of getting it started. I say we go for it. When do we actually unlock logistics, though? Like, they're called, like, providers. Logistics system. Okay, so we need to launch the rocket for logistics system. Request a chest is the big one. Because once you get the request a chest, what is it? I lost my words. Once you get the requested chest, you can basically do modular factories. So you've got everything being provided in passive providers, and then it just gets brought to you. Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about, to be honest. Alrighty, so while that's on the go, and it will be done pretty quickly, we'll also queue up this. May as well queue up this as well. I'll queue up logistics bots too, because why not? It's one of the techs that we need, so we've got to do it. It's got to be done.